Okay, Liam, just coming back after the international break, has that given you a good opportunity to see the options that are open to you, but also the fact that you've had players that have been involved in some of the international games?
Well, listen, it's always positive when players go away and to be selected for their national teams. One of the sort of negatives for us here is that obviously they're away for a period of time, so we don't get to see them. So first of all, we hope that they come back and they're not injured, which is the case this time, which is good, which is positive. The second thing is that that I don't get as much time with them during this period because they're away. So there's a positive and there's also a negative. But they've all come back. It was the first time they were actually all back in the building today. You know, the couple came back this morning. So they're all fit and they're well and they're healthy and they're looking forward to the weekend.
You've spoken about the time you've been here before, because you've been with Jack Ross and obviously before at Tam Courts. So you spent a fair bit of time here. Players have been very familiar with you, obviously. Foxy's been what they've termed you as and things from there. Is that something that's going to continue, or are you going to become gaffer, or are you just going to carry on as it is, or what are you going to do?
Listen, the players will continue to call me Foxy. That's how they know me. They don't need to show me respect by calling me gaffer. They show me respect how they train every day and their performances on the pitch. So it's not a big thing for me, to be honest with you.
And do you see much of a change, obviously, in how things have happened over the past couple of weeks with the players now that you've taken over as an interim charge first of all, and now into full-time charge?
Well, listen, I understand that when I pick a team officially for the first time myself on Saturday, there's going to be some players that are unhappy, but as I spoke to them this week, they've got a choice what they do with that. They can, if they take the huff, then we'll have problems, we'll have issues, or they can train properly every single day and they can commit to the football club, and if they do that, there'll be no issues along the way.
Looking at Saturday, it's against St Johnstone, it's at home. Is it a must-win one for United, or?
It's a one that we're aware that it's a big game, but we've also gone into a very, very big month of big games, so we're looking forward to it, and we're hoping that we'll get the victory.
Looking at that, you have 3 opportunities all at home back to back. Now that doesn't come along very often to kind of move yourself up the league a little.
No, it doesn't, but you also need to counter that. We've just had 3 away games, and then after those 3 home games we've then got 3 away games as well, so we want to build and make Tannadice a really difficult place to come, and we can hopefully start to do that with a performance and a victory on Saturday.
You've only got one of the Old Firm to face Celtic in November, and then it's January before you're facing Rangers obviously again from there. Is it good to have these games behind you so that you're not really, you've got the other teams that are going to be around you in the positions that are there that you're playing coming up over these next 3 home and 3 away games?
I think the first thing I need to say is there is no easy game in the Premier League. Everybody looks at Rangers and Celtic, and rightly so, because of the budget and the players they have, but there is very, very little between the teams. So I think what you're saying is, are these games easier than the Oldham games? No, they're not. They just pose different challenges.
Okay, looking at the game for Saturday, what's the team news? You've mentioned none of the internationals came back. Anything else to report?
No, listen, everybody's fit and well and healthy and trained well this week, so decisions to make for the weekend, but this is good. That's what I'm after.
Okay. Well, Charlie, getting back onto league business after international break. It's been a good international break. Is that something you must be involved in the international scene at the moment?
Of course, every player that's Scottish wants to play for their country. So, but while you're not involved, you're a fan and you're hoping for the country to do well and the boys to do well, because I still know a lot of them. I know the management team and I know the players. So yeah, it's great to see the country doing well first and foremost, and long may that continue.
Is that something you would like to get back involved in again in the future?
I think it's quite unlikely now, but listen, never say never, and it's, as I say, it's unlikely, but while I'm not involved, I'm a fan and I'm cheering the country on, but if I'm ever needed, then they know where I am.
Since the last time I spoke to you, which was a couple of weeks back, things have changed about. New gaffer in place. We spoke that day about Foxy and all the things he's doing. Is he still Foxy, or is he now gaffer?
I think he's quite happy to be called Foxy, to be honest. So I think we're calling him that. I think he's happy to be called that. I think he wants to be called that. So because that's how we know him. So that's not changing. But he's well and truly the boss here, and somebody that we're all going to look to and try and help as much as we can, and hopefully he can help us and give us a way in which he sees the game, and we can try to carry it out as best as we can and do all we can, give 100% every day and be ready for matches.
Have you noticed a difference in anything, the way that things have happened in the last few weeks, that since he's been the interim and now that he's the confirmed manager? Anything changed in training or anything that things are happening?
Obviously every manager's different, every coach is different, every head coach and manager has their own way, so Fox's way's been another way, a different type of way, and it's something that it's no alien to people. It's a lot of the stuff we've done before, but also with some new ideas there and new things that he wants, and it's up to us to try and carry them out. So we're looking forward to that challenge, and hopefully we can start that on Saturday.
Looking at Saturday, St Johnstone at home, this must be the option to get the first foot on the ladder, to get that first victory under the belt. How important is that this weekend?
I think first and foremost we need to carry out the game plan. We need to be ready. We need to be ready to give our all, like we have done in the last few games, and hopefully the result comes along with that. That's what it is. It's not about chasing the win. It's about chasing the performance, and hopefully the winning comes along with that. I know it sounds like I don't mean that to sound like we're not trying to win the game, because that be all and end all. That's why we're in the game. We need to pick up points, but we need to first and foremost concentrate on the performance and what we're doing, and hopefully results will follow in the coming weeks.
Talking of the coming weeks, the next three are all at home. That must be something that helps a little bit in your hope to progress, obviously, up the league, with 3 games coming back to back at home.
Yeah, with the fans behind us, hopefully they can get behind us and give us that extra push. But that's the responsibility on us to get the fans behind us and make sure we start well, so the fans have got something to cheer about.
St Johnstone, last one from me, not had an awful lot to sing home about this weekend. Is this a good time to be facing them?
Listen, every game's hard in this league. Every team's looking to pick up points, and it's going to be another difficult game.